Good morning. This is Cheryl Stevens with the Back to Living podcast. Sorry. Cut to my attention recently. I have had a couple of people say something that dawned on me that maybe I'm giving the wrong impression. But I want to start out saying this podcast is to help others that have lost a spouse, especially widows that have been married a very long time. I was married 41 years. And how I'm attempting to get myself back out in the world. I had a couple people say, "You're doing so good. You've really come through this. You're handling the grief wonderfully." And that's the surface, and that is what I show people. I know my children are hurting too. I know how much I miss my dad, and he's been gone 8.5 years. So I know my children miss their dad terribly. I know that. I don't want to minimize that at all. I do not want to minimize how much I miss my husband. I would give all of this up and go back to my old life if I had him back. But that's not going to happen. So I have to learn how to get up every day, get myself dressed, nourish my body, try to take care of this house and yard. It's becoming hard. Go to work and come home to an empty house. Go to bed at night alone. Eat my meals alone. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's hard. And I know I was in a deep, deep depression. I know that. And that is what keeps me going right now, is realizing the depression I was in and not wanting to go back to that spot. I did not want to get out of bed. I could have cared less if my hair was brushed, what I wore, especially, even to the grocery store, I didn't care. I don't want to go back there. So, I don't have it all together. These podcasts and these videos they show you a different world than what's behind the door. But I do want to say I am doing it. I am getting up every day. I am finding things to keep me busy. I am finding a way to go on every day. I am finding a way to try to fulfill the purpose God has for me on this earth. I don't want to waste the gift that He gave me. I don't want to throw that in the trash. So I have to do this. I know it's hard. And I know it's hard for you. But you still have talents. You still have a purpose. And you've got to find that purpose. That is what I think I'm doing. I have, before my husband passed away, if you would have told me I had a podcast, or I would be doing some of the classes, doing some of the challenges, doing the collaborations, doing parts for a book, if you would have told me that, I would have laughed. That was not my life at all. Stay hidden in the background, take care of my family, my house, go to work, come home. That's who I was. That's not who I am now. And it's through a lot of prayer and a lot of, I have to say it, courage and strength that God has given me to get up and change my life. I don't want to waste those talents. I don't want to get to heaven and God say, "I gave you this gift. what did you do with it? I don't want to be that person. I want to be able to say, I did this. You gave me this gift, and look what I did with it to glorify you, Lord. Because I'm not going to lie, without him, I wouldn't be doing this. Everything I've done has been an answer to a prayer. The friends that are in my life are answered to prayers. The new people I'm meeting, the new opportunities, they're all an answer to prayer. So I'm going to keep this short today. I just wanted to tell you that some people tell me, oh, you're doing so good, you have it all together, look what you've done in 2 years. Yes, I'm doing all of that, but there is this other side that you don't see that still struggles, and I know I will struggle because I miss him terribly. Sorry, I miss him terribly. There's things I want to tell him all the time. I talk to him, but it's not the same. So if you're going through this, hold on. At some point, God will, if you talk to him, talk to him. What do you want to say to him? If you're angry, tell him you're angry. If you're have regrets, tell him. If you're at peace, tell him. Talk to him. Tell him that you know you're in this hole and you need to get out of it. Ask him to show you how to do that, to walk beside you to do that. That's all I wanted to say today. It's one of the harder mornings, and that's what God put on my heart to tell you, that you still have talents. You're lonely, you're grieving, you miss your spouse or your loved one terribly, you feel like you can't go on, you feel like you don't care what you look like, you don't want to get out of bed. Talk to God about it, because when you're ready to hear, he will tell you, you're still here, you still have the gift I gave you. Maybe your purpose and the direction of your life will change, but you still have that talent. Maybe it's been hidden, but you still have it. So let's find it. Let's put it to use to glorify God and show others that there is hope. God bless you. I would love to talk to you, friends and family. If you're willing, I would love to talk to you about how you're getting through this as well. Just get in touch with me. If you don't know me, on my Facebook page, Champagne Beauty by Cheryl, at the top of the post there is a link to schedule a little talk. We keep it 10-15 minutes, very short. It's just, you ask questions, I'll ask questions, and we just give honest answers about how we're feeling. No guilt, no shame, no anything, just honest talk from one grieving person to another. Again, you can find this podcast on all the major podcast channels. This is Back to Living with Cheryl Stevens, helping you find your passion, your purpose again after loss. There is life after loss. And join me next time. Again, Cheryl Stevens with Back to Living. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. If you're watching replay on Facebook, #replay. I would love to know you stopped by. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.